Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to my BitChute YouTube simulcast together. This is me, Dr. Gates101. Today we're doing a video about the Twitter buyout by Elon Musk. I've been hearing about it for days on end, and it's a good thing as well as a bad thing to some degree too. This is also a partial response to 666 video as well of how will Elon Musk's Twitter look if he obtains it. Links down below in the description box for that particular video as well as the article. But first, listen to what I have to say if you want to hear more about this matter. So, we all know, or at least a few of us on good old Twitter, we've been blocked, like censored, suppressed, on a watch list, on a blacklist, you name it. Like I'm gonna be up there. I don't care what people say around in my area as far as like, oh, we don't know, Charles. You're a nobody, or well, forget about just anyone in my neighborhood. I'm talking about anyone in general. Just like, Charles, you're just a nobody. You don't know shit. Well, what the fuck are you? Well, I've been putting myself out there, sticking my neck out there for certain things. It may not be on record per se publicly, but to a point, it's gonna get a little spicy, like Tasty Saber says, and I agree with the guy. It's gonna be an interesting few months. The 2022 election's coming up in a couple of weeks or so. So that's just a little bit of nothing going on big in a sense, in a horrible sense, in a catastrophic sense, obviously. But by the 2024 elections, ooh, it's going to be interesting. This is going to be the time where they're going to re-implement either the mass policies of the COVID-19, whatever they might call it, the super duper Atlas shrug or Atlas vaccine or whatever, or the fucking brand out there for Pfizer and stuff like that. You gotta take this 17th booster shot in order to get by. Because I'm telling you guys, when I was here, I live here in New York City, obviously, and from what I can tell is that if I didn't do my vaccine passport in December 2021, which is a year and a half after the vaccine came out, and I didn't get the vaccine, the passport and stuff like that, I will not be able to be talking to you guys for a while, if not for a few weeks, because of the $1,000 fine as well as imprisonment. Not sure how long, but it's going to fuck up my record. And that's fine. I want to wait till later on for to do something crazy, but I'm not that crazy. But you know what I mean. Like, it's like, ah! Anyway. Anyway, so on a serious note, Twitter was going to go through a metamorphosis, if you want to call it like that. It's going to be a point where, at first, you can be freely do what you want, to some extent. You can't attack every single politician, every single leader out there for fucking up the society at large on purpose, but who am I? I'm just some guy on the internet, right? Somewhere in this big blue world, if you want to call it like that. And it's a point where it's like Twitter will do their best to keep it cordial, keep it fair, because Elon Musk going to buy it. He bought it for $44 billion. And links down below in the description box, obviously, for that article. So, what's going to happen after Elon Musk going to buy Twitter? Like, this is what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that based on 6X Hammer's rebuttal, or what you want to call it like that, of Twitter, the bio of Twitter, it's going to come to a point where people will attack everyone based on what you post. Like this, going to be asked about this Jay Silent Bob movie where Jay Silent Bob attacked every fucking troll on the internet to hunt down where they live and shit like that. It's going to be a point where it's like, man, this is going to be too chaotic. But it also is to the fact that whatever you did back 5, 10, 15 years ago, depending on how many users out there have been on Twitter for that long. I've been on Twitter since 2016, but YouTube been around since 2010 on the channel that I'm on right now, and 2006 for my first channel back then. So people will see my records if they can find all my videos in my channel, not only my channel, but also throughout the internet. If it's ever posted on other parts of the internet, you never know, right? And it was going to come back to haunt everyone. And I think that Elon Musk want to be call red alert on the matter. Not literally red alert, but like he'll probably lock it down again, dictate it somehow. So because that's how it is. That's the nature of the beast right there when it comes to leadership. It's yes, there are some leaders out there who do the good thing, like Rand Paul, Cynthia McKinney, Ron Paul, who was Rand Paul's father and all. Um, Hell, even what's it, Alan West? Yeah, he was a congressman. So, these guys were good politicians, or at least they promote and also support good legislation. But eventually, sooner or later, it's going to come to a point where people are not gonna accept other people's opinions, no matter even if it's just on the internet alone. People will not even talk to you. They will not look at you. They will not speak to you. I'm getting this to some extent. It's this point where it's like, whatever I do on the internet, yes, Hillary Clinton said it will come out to the forefront in public, but on the internet, it's a digital atmosphere. It's like, it's in the air, yes, literally, to some extent, it's in wires and whatever the case may be, but it's a manifestation of our powers, you want to call it, as humans. We do have some kind of power, each and every one of us. So Elon Musk has a lot more power than I ever will have in my life. By the time I reach the billionaire status, if I ever reach there, I'm still pursuing that matter. It takes some time, guys, but Elon Musk will be 100 billionaire, if not 200 billionaire. But on the serious note, I know I'm all over the place right now. I understand. It's been like 5-10 minutes almost, and I'm more than that now at this point after talking. But it's to a point where Twitter's just going to be a Wild West again, like it did back in not Twitter itself, Reddit now. Reddit was the Wild West. Dude, there was so much shit on that website. I could go on the internet with my mom. I was living with my mom when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. I was like, that was the year 2003, 2002. I can't go on those sites under my mom's account. But now my family knows that what's going on. But there's some crazy stuff on that Reddit site, man. It's just, wow. Well, man, but now it's to a point where Twitter is just going to be a Wild West. They're going to clamp down by 2025, a few months after the elections of 2024, right? There's going to be a lockdown again, or a digital lockdown. Like, you can't go on this website, or you can't go on that website. And soon later, you cannot go on Amazon. You cannot go on what's called Xbox Store. Oh, you've been using using the piracy and all that stuff on your computer. It's gonna come to that point where it's like, what's the point of being on the internet? It's to a point where it's like, why waste all that time after all these decades to talk about this new world order this and CNBC that and economic crisis this and Obama's birth certificate that and George Bush's war in Iraq fiasco with this. So we don't want to prosecute him somehow, some way. I don't know, that's going to work. But it's to a point where it's going to be a shit show after 2025. Mark my words, it's going to be not hell on earth, but it's going to be a point where once until you start using the internet by then, it's going to be point where how can you proceed in life? Because, and plus, bankers, PayPal, as one example, is turned into a bank literally now, not a middle person anymore. It's ridiculous. Like, how can these banks, how can these corporations tell you that, oh, Dr. Gabe's, oh, Sticks X Hammer, oh, this, oh, that, you can't do your business with us, or we can't use your money with us. Like, how does that work? Is Social Security going to come into play with matters as well? Saying, oh, you can't collect death benefits for your family because, oh, you talk about this bad about Obama and Bush back in 2010. I'm like, yes, I know it's on my videos since 2010. I can literally put it privatized, but it's going to be found out eventually. So it's like, I'm not trying to hide every single little thing about myself. I mean, I'm not trying to do that. I mean, of course, yeah, that's typical political leader work right there. Like, you got to cover up from a 9/11, you got to cover up about the Kosovo War and shit like that with Bill Clinton and all. I don't know all the stories about that. I'm still researching that with their documentaries and stuff. Those that follow me on my personal circles of profiles, whatever. But man, who's going to be interested. I mean, 2022 I'm not worried about. You know, everything's going to be like, you know, typical, go Christmas shopping, you can work out at the gym with your friends and have pizza afterwards, you know, have a good time. Like, whatever the Planet Fitness, I don't go to Planet Fitness anymore. It's a long story, but crazy stuff. But anyway, yeah, it's going to be a good year for the holidays, for now. I mean, and then by the 2023, then we're going to wind up to the 2024 elections. Elon Musk will go dictator on the site. You know, I don't know how dictator he's going to be. He's going to be on our side, us anti-establishment, or the New World Order establishment side. We're not sure yet. I mean, Elon Musk did put out a tweet on Twitter without he wants to not reprimand, but to alleviate Alex Jones's court fees and court damages. We're gonna call it like that, like whatever Alex Jones put into the system to pay for these damages, and also we file for bankruptcy. Elon Musk will recover his losses and help him get him back on his feet to the normalcy stage, like just a flat line, like a typical safety net. Like Alex Jones could be on Social Security and food stamps for the rest of his life and still work a part-time job at Walmart. You know, that type of shit. You know, that can happen. And I have the same with Alex Jones. He did a good job researching. He did a good job putting out the information, busting his ass every single day since the 2000s, to my awareness. And I heard about Alex Jones as early as 2007, 2006, give or take. So I'm late to the party, guys, I know. But it was a height of the matter, too, with the economic crisis, the swine flu, the H1N1, you name it, it was all crazy. It was like, you thought the end of the world was going to happen the next day, every day, for the rest of, like, the last 2008, 2012, 2011, give or take, you know. I was going through a very, very horrendous pessimism mode of sorts. And it's not good and healthy after a while. And I'm still doing my best to be myself and be out there with people whenever I can. Try to be positive sometimes, at least sometimes. You know, but there's always shit going on with these guys, these New World Order guys. Like, what's wrong with you? Look, I understand that we all want to rule the world, like Robert Williams said about Bill Gates. I'm not just a game senator. I'm trying to control the fucking world. I understand the feeling, but my God, it's like, can we at least have good, decent food? We have decent conversations. Look, I understand I'm fucked up too. My ego is like an unhealthy thing after a while if you're not careful. But my God, it's like shit. Look, I understand you don't want me to be on Twitter or on YouTube. You don't want me to have my own little business. You don't want me to have my own money. But if that's the case, then why not just take it from you? And you know what I'm talking about, the big people, the top people at the top. I'm not saying that I'm just this nefarious, egregious, horrendous, callous man who wants to be like Genghis Khan and take over the world type of shit in that matter, which obviously in today's world, good luck, right? Like, not many of these young guys are not into that shit. So, and I personally myself, I don't have all that athleticism like Dante from Devil May Cry or Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, shit like that. That'd be so nice to have at least Solid Snake's abilities, you know? But, you know, hey, I could be like Viscera, I could be like the tubby guy with the belly and shit like that from wrestling. It's a different story. But anyway, look, guys, it's gonna be another shit show within the next, or at least by 2024, 2025. I've been saying it for a few months, if not at least a few weeks, to my network of friends, whether they're put themselves out there on YouTube or not, or any other platform. I'm not trying to be this Mr. Pessimist, it's the end of the world again, but it's like to a point where it's like people will be impulsive to a point they want to take action. Like one trends forecaster said, when people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And once until you lose Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and all these incels on Reddit and stuff like that talk about their shit or on these platforms, and you get rid of everything from them. Look what happened with that kid. So one of some other YouTuber posted an article from New York Post, and I'll put that in the description box if I can find it. But it's this incel, they call him, want to kill 3,000 women. And I'm like, why? I mean, why specifically 3,000 women? Why couldn't it be politicians or bankers or, I mean, it sounds crazy what I'm saying, but I know I'm talking out my ass, right? I'm just talking shit. But it's like to the point where it's like, we're this is so like, not being translucent or not being not transparent, translucent, but to be expressive in a good channel fashion. You gotta channel that anger and rage. I can have that rage and anger too, especially when it's to certain musics. Big Wave, Android 52, Grail. I'll put myself out there saying, nah, I get real bad at times with these song musics. And it's all familiar songs, familiar sound effects in these songs, so it's like, music is vibration. But to these incels, I don't think they never express themselves properly. They never had any interpersonal skills being taught to them and to practice constantly over their years growing up. And all these teachers from where I'm attending online school now, they're saying that these students are being not taught almost anything at all. Meaning that the teachers will probably give them like a freestyle type of curriculum, like I'm doing right now, where I'm going online. The teacher doesn't teach, but they give you the assignments, and you gotta go fuck yourself. Look at it. That type of fashion. So, wow, it's it's gonna be interesting because for the next few years, I think one other YouTuber, I'm sorry if I don't know all these YouTubers' names, it's hard to keep track of everything, but this one YouTuber saying that there's gonna be a lot more of these mass shootings and attempts and stuff like that, and it's gonna be militarized too. Whether it's by me, I don't care. If the CIA, NSA, FBI is looking at me right this second, I don't give a damn anymore. Look, that's not just me. You're fucking with everyone. Stop fucking with everyone. like the Britney stuff video. Leave Britney alone. Leave the people alone. We just want to fucking play Xbox and PS5s, and I can't even get a PS5, and I hate it on PS5 because PS5 you have to back during this release during the actual launch. You had to get a privilege. You had to get a ticket or something like that to have proof. To have the privilege to buy the PS5. What's that about? So all this stuff is like, you have no consumer rights, you have no Bill of Rights, you have no human rights, you have no civil rights to the point. I don't care if you're black, white, rich. I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on in the rich category, but I don't care if you're black, white, poor, middle class. It's like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. I just want this to go on Twitter, go on Disney, have a good time, listen to some music and have parties and stuff like that. Yes, I know I should be going to parties too, but no one doesn't invite me for some strange reason, right? Because of what? I post stuff on the internet? Come on! Like, come on, this is ridiculous. I'm just doing my own thing. I'm trying to make money. This Twitter, I mean, it used to be good. Twitter used to be a good type of, how should I say, a fashionable type of service. Yes, there were still trolls, there was still garbage and incestuous things on there, but it was like, the tweets with, I'm going to the park, I'm going to the restaurant, I'm going to Arby's or something like that. That's simple stuff. This is before all the stuff was coming out with the corruption in our system. Oh yes, I know corruption's always in our system, but no one didn't know every single little thing about these politicians, these bankers, the history behind the matter. I understand we all want to make money, we all want to take down the other guy because he speaks louder than us, or he's messed up our flow of money, let's take him out. I mean, after a while, it's going to be a point where it's like, it's just going to be, the internet got to be shut down. To everyone that's just want to speak their voice. You don't have to be a radical black supremacist, a white supremacist. You don't have to be a feminist. You don't have to be. You just be a Christian, religious man on the internet talking about the Lord Jesus Christ, Savior, our name, and then you be censored because you talk too much of the religion. You be too spiritual and things that matter. So I mean, Twitter is going to be like a thing of the past for me eventually. So best of luck to you guys. I know I've been talking for at least 25 minutes at this point. I appreciate you guys for watching. Please thumbs up, subscribe, and share, or donate to my Patreon at Dr. Games121. If you cannot donate to my Patreon or Bitcoin, everything's down below in the description box. Bitcoin, you name it, whatever the outlets I have, just share my videos. If you can't share my videos, just watch, and if you're up to this point watching, I thank you. That'll be a great thing to me, that in a sense. So it's time to gather up these things and thoughts and other matters at hand with what's going on in our world. And there's always something going on every day. It's very interesting. It's scary sometimes. It's also interesting at the same time. Do I get to go out there and fucking go crazy at times with myself? You just don't know crazy, like some people will say about me, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay.